We're at the main menu. YouTube! I feel like as a philosopher, it's my civic duty to play this. Field of view. Crank that bitch up. How's the audio? Should I play with controller? I have so many questions. It's low-key loud. Turn it down a little bit. Narrator, 100%. Music is cool. Sound effects are cool. Oh, the settings are adjusting on the background screen too. Borderless, that's fine. Quality high, sure, why not? Controls, sure. As long as the mouse sensitivity isn't crazy high, I think we'll be okay. Mouse and keyboard's fine for this game. Dope swag. Here we go. Begin. Ultra Deluxe. I don't know if there's much of a difference, but I guess we'll find out. I missed it. Oh, click to skip.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Me, bro.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was
It's me, bro.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
It's me.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Even on Christmas?
And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
What?
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Wow.
As though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
He slipped on a banana
Something
peel.
that would forever change Stanley.
He became flat.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
He's fired.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Relatable.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
My turn? Oh my god, the sensitivity is crazy. What the hell? It's still like low-key high. Can I turn it down? Guys, if you're just joining us, this is Philosopher plays Stanley Parable for the first time. Raw, uncut reaction, okay? Dude, I'm kind of short.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm short.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This guy's like narrating my life. Oh, it's like the Truman Show. Except not really at all. Where's the meeting room at? Dude, this is like the back rooms, kind of.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The key to this game is to exhibit free will, but even more so, if we peel back the layers, we can understand that the game is actually about Stanley's lack of free will. Stanley's like a good guy, right? Like he's like a listening guy. Why would he go right, bro? He's going left. Wait, I kind of want to go right now. Let me go back. Fuck. Can't change the past, huh? Oh, it's my office.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. The coworker? I don't know if they would fit. What is hot? Profit, 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 profit. Ba, 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 ba. Where am I going? My boss? Synergize, guys. Synergize. Monetize. Free to play. Quarterly pie. Pie. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
It's not true. There's a broom. Damn. Narrator's really cooking me, huh?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I don't. What if I walk downstairs, huh? You don't know me, man. Let me go to the ominous dark red light. Guys, are you supposed to be able to, like, pick things up in this game? Interact E? Interact E. You don't know me, man.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
What?
Maybe, he thought to himself,
tell me.
Maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
No, it's not.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Reality can be whatever I want.
The strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
I need to turn the voice up louder so I can really crash out.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Or is he?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Heartily.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
He's on
How
mushrooms.
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely,
Keep
if
your
he
voice
could
down.
he would prove it. He would prove that he
Thought he was
was
listening
in
for a second.
control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Yes.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
Yeah.
I wish it to be over.
Same.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Wait, why would he want that?
It's all I want.
No.
I want my apartment and my wife.
No, I don't.
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
No.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I have a wife?
I am okay.
Bro, I'm healed. His ass did not wake up.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up.
I don't
My name
sound
is
like that.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I'm real. Please, just someone tell me I'm real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, she's Italian.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
It's me, bro.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
No, bro.
I
I'm
am
Stanley,
in
bro. What do you
control of
mean?
my mind.
I'm normal as fuck.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
I'll pick my
the
body
very
up.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
Screw them.
And by extension, the rest of her life.
Save me.
She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
You monster.
And then she turned and ran.
She's not running with heels on, bro. What are you talking about? Bro, they let me die. Oh, I die. I respawned? Dude, we're back. Now we just have to not disobey the narrator, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Uh-oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-oh. I played these games before, dude. Come on. You know where I'm going, right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Come on. Come on. Let's be serious here. Am I dead, though? Am I even dead? Am I even Stanley? I'm not even Stanley. Do you know what I mean? You don't know me, guy.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You guessed it. I did. I love the employee lounge. I was looking for some inspiration this evening. Hey, guys.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is pretty nice.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Cooked meat.
Yes,
I
really,
got an achievement.
really worth it being here in the room.
An achievement for trying to jump.
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Bro, let me live, man.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
No, it didn't.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, because I'm off-putting? Just because he said that, I'm gonna sit my ass down.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, it wasn't. I mean, probably. That's what a typical game would do. Try me, bitch. Try me. Come on, there's no way they don't give you dialogue here. Right? Nope. What if I went AFK for 5 hours? He admitted it was a game. He did admit it was a game. Nothing matters, dude. Fine, dude. Fine. But then if I leave, he's going to be like, Stanley. Nuts. Hey, Casper.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
I have.
Took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No, I didn't. I went straight. You don't know the first thing about me.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Who's gonna fire me? There's no boss, man. I'm dreaming.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I did do that.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Good ending, good ending, good ending. Good, all-powerful ending. It doesn't matter.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fuck you, guy. I've never played this, no. Philosopher plays Stanley Parable for the first time.
Two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No, it wouldn't be... If I don't go through the right door... Well, guys, is it the right door or is it the right door? You know what I mean? Right isn't right, right? Only left is right. Correct? Doesn't matter because I'm dreaming. Who cares?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
You bet your ass I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope. Don't care about it.
Wow. Yes. This room.
Already seen it.
But eager to get back to business,
yes, sir.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why would he do that?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, do not jump. Penalty? $5,000?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Who are you?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
True.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Me?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
My wife!
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yeah? Who read Who to Filth this time?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
It's not my wife. Ooh. I'm not really fucking with the void. I can open the door? What if I did this? What if I went back? What if I jumped on the secret thing? You see the secret? If you time the jump properly, you can do it. If you time the jump properly. Watch this.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
God damn it.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Here's the thing. I've defeated the narrator.
All of his co-workers were...
Wait a second. That was the Among Us sound. Oh, that was a book. I was going to say they sampled Stanley Parable for the Among Us. Why am I even trying to be the narrator. This speaks volumes about my id. Among Us. Oppositional defiance about your stubborn nature.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Should we go left? Telling my therapist I played the Stanley Parable, so she dismisses me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
sorry,
meeting
I'm not
room,
fighting
and
you.
Stanley knew it perfectly
I'm not fighting
well.
you. We're on the same team.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
You're not even real.
first, just to admire it.
You're not even real!
The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
It was, really.
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
I think it's the blue.
Its grace,
the blue.
its subtle charm.
The blue, it's the blue.
No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Familiarity. Coffee. Coffee.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating, but eager to get back to business.
Got him.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't, dude. I know Stanley, and he would never do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Watch this. Watch this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
I'll show you the wrong
here.
foot. I mean,
I'm not your
we're on the same
enemy,
team.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I kind of believe that he's on my side. Honestly. Why was I looking at the platform like the platform was speaking? Danger, danger everywhere. It can't be that dangerous. It looks pretty dangerous down here.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Perhaps you misunderstood, sir. That's right.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Is that so?
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
No, I want to go
You
back.
want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Fine. Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Looks nice.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Kind of, yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Here's the thing. They got me all mixed up. I'm not trying to see vehicles or a skill tree. I just simply have to satiate my curiosity. Yeah, this is my first playthrough, guys. No spoilers and all that jazz. So I never could have forgiven myself if I didn't go through the blue door. Now, that's not to say that I could have gone through the red door first, maybe, but oh fuck. There's something to be said about my inherent desire to disobey. But to disobey is to be human. Let me put it this way. Isn't doing what you want the most human thing you can do? My husband just walked in and said whiskey looks like Mr. Beast. Oh, God. I know you're new around here. I've been getting that comment since, I shit you not, 2019. I'm never going to beat the allegations. It's crazy. Anyway, the point is, the most human thing I can do is just do what I want. I forego all agency of my humanity the second I blindly follow orders. Or am I just saying that because of my oppositional defiance? Mr. Yeast. What if I just went through the left door? We have to go through this door. Right?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
I like it because it's new.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Did the game benefit? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Because I told you.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Because it's human.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Is this game different every time you play it? Oh. What is this nonsense? What is this malarkey? Did you know 21% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. You're not going to trick me with that. Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? They're not going to bait me with this. I'm not falling for this. You are objectively ranked 9,328th out of 9,328th. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley? What are you talking about? Oh, attractiveness is subjective. A dead rat is offline? This is you? They don't know what they're talking about, man. Watch this. I gotta set the record straight.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
can I be honest?
Honest answers, please.
Indifferent.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Fuck him.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Okay.
I think the art
Profound.
world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I don't care about the baby, quite frankly.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Neither.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I just don't have 4 hours.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Why is... Oh, okay.
Yes, this seems like it'll work.
Cuphead.
Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Whoa!
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Firewatch!
What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Oh, whoa,
Perhaps
chill,
for
chill,
some
chill.
sort of twisted erotic purpose.
What the hell? No.
Yes, that must be it.
Who told you
What
that?
a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
No way.
So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Wow. This is more like it, dude. Honestly, it's the music that makes it. What is that thing in the sky all the way over there? So this wasn't in the original? This reminds me of Fierce to Fathom.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? What happened, sir?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided
Oh, it was Minecraft? Okay.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay,
No, we're not,
I'm
we're
going
not.
to get us out of here.
No, I got
Let's
this,
find
watch.
another game.
No, don't.
Preferably something with walls.
No.
Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I'm out of here.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket, you gotta give me a
Just
car,
nice
though.
Big box for you to run around.
I need a car and I
There
need a
is
ball.
Any possibility that you could get lost here? Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
It's not about getting lost. Give me the ball. It's about scoring goals. Anything's possible.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game Sportsball?
Sure is.
Stanley.
Drop it in.
I think it's Sportsball. Oh, what fun.
Drop it in.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Well, not quite.
Yes, I think surely we must.
Now they're speaking my
Okay,
language.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where's it? Where's the ball? Woof. I need a car. Oh, shit. Stanley put some power on that. It's going, isn't it? Did I do good?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Can I be honest?
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
2 balls.
surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm
Yes.
going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop.
Where's my other ball?
I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Yes. This is what it's all about, dude. None of that desk job shit.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
Bro, this guy's
This
evil,
is
bro.
my game,
He's
and
evil.
what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much, but who knows? You're an inventive kid, you'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Oh. Damn. I guess it's true what the Lumineers said. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Am I actually sad? I'm not sad. Yeah, he's manipulating us. Goodbye, cruel world.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa! Oh, I'm back.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Give me a gun. Give me a gun. Please rate your experience. Oh, oh. Okay. Nice. Wait, I'm sad. No, I'm not. Am I sad? Yeah, I thought the last thing was backrooms. This is dreadful, mate. To be Stanley is to be human. Like a moth to a flame. I don't know if I'm happy now. Did I fall for his manipulation? Or was it never manipulation? What if I was just a good boy from the beginning? What would have happened? It's a horror game.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in
Maybe.
Wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Kind of.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Christianity.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
This is just the conclave.
I can wait.
I'm the Pope. Oh.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I didn't think that. Something's different. Something's awry. Something's awry. Something's fucky.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't, dude.
This was not the correct way.
You don't know
to
the first thing about
and
Stanley.
Knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This is my favorite room, dude, remember?
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
Yes!
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again.
No!
Then it came back. and lingered for a minute or
Yes!
two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
No! Bring it back. Wait, why do I need you to tell me how I feel?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I could do that. Or I could not do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Watch this.
It's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your
Let's
enemy,
listen to the
really, I'm
man.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
So you want me to listen?
I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley.
Appeal to emotion.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Appeal to guilt. Appeal to darkness. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
I didn't pick up the
Hope
phone.
for a
I
life
unplugged the phone.
reunited Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Free will!
You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
I've been doing it since the
Let me
jump. What is he talking
double-check.
Oh, God.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
I don't hate
Music
that.
comes in,
I like that.
fade to white, roll credits.
Oh, easy.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second.
Frontal
Did I
lobe
just
developed.
see- No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
Yeah.
If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
That one.
Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Yeah.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
That
He could
tie is a
invent
choice.
machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
But
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember
Easy.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
my
Excellent.
goodness, it's 4:30.
Making
I'm
choices
supposed to
on
be
a
having
regular
back,
basis
sack, and
is the
crack.
best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical
he doing?
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally,
More than that.
you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world. Just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Doesn't matter.
Ah, welcome back.
I'm back.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh, shit.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do
Sorry,
would
that was
have
loud.
been. This way, please.
Okay. Sure. Wait, I'm gonna go back. No, I don't. I'm a good boy. I'm a real boy. Wait, where does he want me to go?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
What?
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets
now you
worse.
care about me. Now you care about me.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Why does he care about me now? Oh, because I'm real? To be human is to die. To live is to die. They're sending me home. You can't jump. We are, however, going to my favorite room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Speak on that. What do you mean real world?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that?
Because Stanley did it.
Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Open this. Open this. Dude. Snatched? Renaissance fair fit? Stanley, where is my super suit? No, fine. Fine. See, why does it matter what I do if they can just block off the hallway and not give me any sort of like indication that what I'm doing is actually meaningful? Of course I'm going to conform to your quote-unquote story. What's the alternative?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Cheeky
what
laugh.
did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Chaos.
Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now.
He's crashing out.
What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
I'm sorry. Oh! Bro, he... Overreaction much?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Bro, fix it.
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Straw man fallacy.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Comparisons
He
fallacy.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Why can't you be more like your brother?
That thought
Fallacy.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
I'm a child?
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
Stanley
first.
wouldn't do that.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Stanley wouldn't do
follow
that.
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley wouldn't do that. Your projection of what you believe to be the ideal Stanley would do that. But the real Stanley?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
There's something to be said about my deep burning desire to upset the authoritative figure here. I'm annoying. Is that it?
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Open this bitch up. Oh, the cabinet is giving pretzel. He's not even mad anymore. He's not even mad anymore.
No! Why did you do that?
Let me guess.
Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
What if I'm European and the door on the left is actually the door on the right?
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
What that, huh?
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Open. Oh. Oh! Fine. Flew too close to the sun. Or did I? Open. Fuck. Am I real?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Did I?
hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What about my free will? Oh, if Stanley could jump, he'd show ya. So if you want to funnel me into this timeline, why give me the choice to go right in the first place? Excuse me. Oh my god, The Shining. Oh my god, Layers of Fear. Oh my god, Blueprints. Stanley found himself in a red room and then subsequently a green room.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Really? I doubt
beyond
it.
all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
No, I didn't.
Night Shark 115.
Oh,
Was
I know
this
it.
the code to open the door?
I know it.
Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nighthawk 115. Nighthawk 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark.
Shark.
115.
It's Shark.
He spoke it into the receiver.
Shark.
Right there on the wall.
I thought it was Hawk.
Night Shark.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Hello?
Fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what?
What are they doing?
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I'm screaming!
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here?
You made me
You
come
had a
here.
choice, you
No,
know.
I didn't.
You could have gone through the door on the right. You could
I
have
did
done
100
whatever
times!
the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
Because-
Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself.
I am!
You...
Where's the
When
ball?
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Don't do it. Stanley, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be like...
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
What?
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
I like this Stanley. He knows what's up.
Anything.
He's defiant.
This is more important than you can ever know.
No, it's not.
I need this.
Yeah, I don't.
The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
No.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Oh, man.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Sorry, Leroy. Oh, we're back. We're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Did I?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I now? What if I listened to him?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did. I'm a good boy now. Yowie. Yowie, yowie, yowie.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Look at me, I'm such a good boy. The old Stanley never could have done this. Or do they... They know I'm gonna do this. They know I'm gonna do this. They're 12 moves ahead, dude. They're gonna shoot the panda in the head. They're gonna shoot the panda in the head. Guys, do not Google Cincinnati Zoo best moments to 2016. Do not do it. Executive bathroom. This is new. Something's fishy here. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. It was at this moment that Stanley took a poo in the executive toilet. Something's fucky. Something's fucky. Something's fucky. Look at this. They're gonna shoot. Business strategy? Shoot the panda? Wait, guys, I have a joke. Ready? Panda walks into a bar. Orders a bowl of peanuts. Takes his time, eats them. Finishes his bowl of peanuts, right? Puts the bowl to the side. Pulls out a gun and looks to the patron to his left and shoots them, fatally wounding them. And the bartender says, "What's that all about? What's your problem?" Police are called. Place is in chaos. Panda's getting taken away in cuffs and says, "Look me up in the dictionary." So later that night, after the bartenders filled out the paperwork with the police and all that, taking care of the bar, cleaned up and everything, he goes home and he opens up his dictionary at his bedside table and he looks it up and he finds the definition for the word panda, like the panda told him to. And he squints at the fine print there and it says panda. Eats, shoots, and leaves. Thank you for coming. Does the elevator work? It goes both ways. I see. What do you mean, no? Oh, we're going down. No, we're not. Yes, 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 yes. We're going downtown. I feel like now it's my game. You know, now it's my game. Now it's my game. It's not called the Narrator Parable. It's called the Stanley Parable. Oh, man. I can't wait for that to make a DMCA strike on the YouTube video. I think I'm dead. It's raining. Oh, try to get to the door to quit. If you may allow me to stumble through this game on my own, I would appreciate it. In fact, I will give you $1 million.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
No, I wasn't.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Me.
What dark secret was being held from him?
None.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Why not?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did he now? Oh, he did. He did. He really did. He did, Gandalf. He did. I'm not going to push the red button. They want you to push the red. Fuck it, I'm pushing the red. Come on, what do I look like, guys? Let's be honest. Oh, God. Oh, we won.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Did he, though?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Eczema?
This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. No, they got monoxide over there though.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Hold on. Oh, did you time out the guy that ignored my pleas to not say spoilers?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had
okay,
every
buddy. We'll see you
opportunity to
soon.
turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
I was.
And willingly confront his death.
Yep. It's one of the certainties of life. Why would I not embrace it with open arms? Goodbye, Stanley. See? Oh. I'm not dead. It was all a lie. This actually looks pretty peaceful.
As the machine whirred into motion,
What?
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
What?
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Yeah.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
There's no bigger
He
picture.
doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Who
cares?
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Yeah.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I don't care. Please, not like this.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
There's always a bigger narrator. I gotta sneeze. Zooey frickin' mama, dude. Holy. Okay, where were we? Hold on. What? Lepa. Lepa Majora? Lepar. Lepara. Oh, it says Stanley. My dumbass.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Excellent question.
When every
Oh, it's
path
the White
you
House.
can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Holy wisdom.
Do you see now?
I've been seeing that.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. 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 A preordained life is no life. A preordained life is no life at all. Oh, nature paintings. Suddenly, life has meaning. Oh, it's my computer. Oh, it's the office. Corridor? Where's my coworkers at? Oh! Balatro. 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 I'm gonna go through here. No? Here? No? A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Tua. Oh. Ew. No. This is giving hospital. One's okay. Yeah. I like this one. This one sounds like Mims. You know Mims? This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. The credits are fake. The credits are fake. Everything's fake. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. The Office? What Office? It's not real. It's not real. It's not fucking real. What early version? There's no versions, man. What is this? It's fake. It's just matter smashed together into more matter. It's not real. Early in development, we designed an end. What ending? Aliens war? It's not real. These are figments. Empty. Loose. Devoid of substance. What is this? James? What game? Emails? Oh, there's my... It's not my office. No. No, no, no. It's what they want me to believe is my office. It's what... I get it now. I belong in the chains. What on earth is this? What? What? Oh. I want to touch the button. I want to touch... Oh. Yeah, yeah. Got it. Got it. Got it. No. There was a light swinging down there, yeah. Oh, Japan. Huh. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Wait a second. Wait. What do you mean? What is this game? This game is called the Stanley Parable. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something. What are you talking about? You're lying. You're lying. Leave. I'm crashing out. I think the purpose of this game is to wear down the site. Oh my god. Oh. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. I'm lost. The light, the light, the light. Whoa. Whoa. Why is there so many bosses off high? Talking about the numbers, I am. How anxious am I? I'm pretty anxious. Why is my camera always off center? Am I crazy? Am I imagining things? I think this game has destroyed my brain. That's better. I'm crazy. I'm fucking crazy. The signs don't... I can't trust anything. An early version of the game? What underground? What game? What are you talking about?
Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door. Stanley stood on the roof.
The roof?
Stanley jumped in the river.
The river? You're way off base. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow. All that she wants is another baby. Whoa. Type shit. Warzone, 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 Warzone. Warzone, Warzone. They're fucking with me. 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 Game design mockup? What do you mean game design? They're fucking with me. Oh. I'm gonna be honest, I did not see this.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Speak on that.
How they both wish to be free.
It's a yaoi, bro. It's a yaoi. It's a beautiful yaoi between Stanley and the narrator. Let's turn off the yaoi.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Who?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Yeah!
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
You're shitting me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
You're shitting my ass.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427.
Bro. They're fucking with me, dude. What am I gonna do? Not listen?
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his coworkers were
What did it
gone.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yes, of course. How did you know?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Indeed.
he entered the door on his left.
Absolutely, he did. Quite frankly, there's no other choice.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Did he though? It's the wrong! Wow! It's a different nurse.
Stepping into his manager's office,
It's new.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yeah!
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Mm-hmm. Got a point. We should quit. He's got a point. It's not right, man. It's not right. We have to quit.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm calm. Oh, the door opens
Feeling
slower?
soothed and rejuvenated,
Does it?
Stanley calmly
Does it? The door opens slower?
walked forward into the opened passageway.
We're chilling. I've played these games before. I feel rejuvenated, I think. No more yaoi. No more yaoi. Yaoi no more. What the hell? Hop off my meat, little bro. Got a lot to learn about this town, honey. Hop off my meat. The type of chat message that comes from a Twitch user that has iMessage Bitmoji as their profile picture, probably. With a perm-ass haircut. Type shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Dude, did I though? Did I though? Did I though? What if I gave up? Boom, boom, boom. Wasn't your first comment? That was your third comment. Listen, it's all love. You're the one that came at me with the meat comment. Listen, I'll give you the hatchet, you can bury it. Wait, if I let him mind control me, what happens? What if I gave up, bro? What if I gave up? Like, Stanley needs a break, low-key. Yeah, thank you for the gifted subscription to Professor Force. That is true. That is true. You do exist at the same time as a lot of people. Wait, isn't death this way?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Stanley's smarter than that. For sure.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Did he
Nope.
though?
Still on board with death?
When you put it that way. No speaking? Narrator? What if I die? He doesn't care about my death?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Is death even real? Is death even real? Correct? Prove it. What do you mean? Hold on. Speak on that. What do you mean it unfortunately is? Speak on that. Do ya fear death? Only living people say it is, and they're biased because they're alive. We already did this ending? What do you mean ending? There's no ending. I don't fear it. Prove it. Jump into the garbage disposal. Sorry, YouTube, I'm asking them if they fear death. We're about ready for it, man. I'll break my legs and still live. What about Stan? You know what? Put this theory to the test. What's the worst that... Ow! I missed the woman.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been a...
Quit. 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 Quit, dude. Quit. Quit. To be Stanley is to be free. To be Stanley is to be free. To be Stanley is to boot up League of Legends.
no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Right.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Not me, though.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye. Cinema.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or was he? Dude, you're not wrong. To be Stanley is to bootupchess.com. Well said.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Bro, ask him.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Holy wisdom.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, death is just a state of mind. The second narrator sounds, like deep in the fires of Mount Doom. Isildur! Destroy it! But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we die? Should we die? Should we do it? Should we die? Let's go straight. They made another ring, dude. But they call it Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Ring. Wait, my chest hurts? Is this the end? Oh my god, it's the end, I think. Angina?
Oh, look at these two.
Who?
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
She's talking about spy versus spy.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two.
Remember when I quit here? Remember when I quit here? Remember? What if we did it again? What if we really stuck it to the man? Please don't. You're sounding a lot like the narrator.
You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'll fucking do it. I'm not. Oh! No more Yowie. No more Yowie. Yowie no more. Yowie no more. Oh. We're so back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fuck you.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Kiss my
He had
ass!
simply missed a memo.
What should I do this time?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
You
well.
bet your ass I knew it.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wrong. I've seen it.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
Yes.
I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Irretrievably.
Yes, really, really worth it, big. But eager to get back to business,
Fine.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You damn well know he didn't.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
To be Stanley is to be lost.
Now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
Come on, check your notes, check your notes, check your notes. Check your notes.
From here, it's, left.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Let me guess, it's left?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, this one.
Now, let's see. We went down right.
Take your time.
Left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now.
Hit me.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What? It was at this moment that Stanley got run over by a truck. Maybe next time.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet.
Narrator.
This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just have to get back to
Don't look. Don't look at it.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No!
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
Did I wander?
Okay, from the top.
At what point did I want... Oh. You know what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Really?
What is the meaning of this?
When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Ruh-roh.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
Yeah?
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Was it?
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Dude. The world is my oyster type shit. Or is it? I hope they have the xenomorph wandering the halls. Oh. No, this sucks. Oh. Give me a shotgun. All the rooms are intertwined. It's not fucking
I'll
real.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you.
You could say that
there
again.
Definitely was a story here before.
Bullshit.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No, I got this.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, I'm cooking. Don't do... What is this obsession with progress, man? Why can't we just be?
All of his co-workers were gone.
You know what I mean?
What could it mean?
Why can't we just be?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me be. Progress this, progress that.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
That's not, there's no
Why
way.
don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Doors.
Boy, what the hell, boy? What's all this then? Oh. I'd like to extend my sincerest apologies to employee number 421. They are fired, probably. You're in 424 also. Not my fault.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I'm a victim. But Progresso soup is such a weird name for a soup. Like, Progresso sounds like it should be like a... I don't even know, dude. Like a birth control. Like Campbell's, I can get behind some Campbell's, you know what I mean?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
I do.
Is this the story?
Yes.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! What? Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
I thought we had
We
it.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I did.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded up.
Pause. Why does hard work have to be the prerequisite for a win? Matter of fact, narrator, what is a win? Is a win simply an arbitrary goal that somebody else set for you to reach? Or is it what you want to reach? Matter of fact, narrator, run the windscreen back. I like the dopamine. What's the reward? Does a win even need a reward? Would we still be in the pursuit of a so-called win had it been lacking a reward? What if path A, which leads to a quote-unquote loss, and path B, that leads to a quote-unquote win, both led to the same place? And they were identical in their journeys. Would we still be drawn to achieving a win? Narrator? Every time you pause, you become the narrator. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck, you're right. I've become the very thing I swore to destroy.
Out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
What? I'm not falling for this.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I've been on the subway in Britain. Pretty damn hard. You'd be surprised what people do. Now I feel bad for not listening. I'm no better than the British. You. How droll. Mind the gap. Mind the gap. I did get put on a leash. You're not even wrong. Oh, I like this. Look at this little cunty little swerve to the right.
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
What if I did this?
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
Hit me.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow
That's what I'm saying. What was I just talking about?
this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Sure.
Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct. Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
No, continue.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, man! I have purpose. Suddenly I'm emboldened with the flame of ambition. Yes. Fuck the directions, man. Fuck the Harold and the purple crayon ass shit. Speak on that. Oh my God. The deviations of the line represent my naive belief that I can change my destiny, when in fact the end is all the same. It all drains into the ocean. Doesn't matter how many pipes you go through, how many different households the water's been filtered through, how many toilets you've been flushed down, how many times you've been mixed with the shit and filtered out of the shit. It's all the same ocean. I mean, I gotta see the ocean.
Hey, they do?
Oh. Okay. I do feel like I have purpose, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait. Cut the music.
Oh, yeah?
Go back and look at that fern.
Will do, sir.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
One second, please. Okay. Remember this. Every pixel, every leaf, every turn, it's paramount. I need the music back. I'm nothing without it.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Oh, don't.
Line.
Oh.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Oh, don't act surprised.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Don't act surprised. Oh.
No. No. Oh, no. Can't be.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, the line's back. Okay. It's 10:55.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I don't like this. I don't like this. Isn't right. Stanley's a creature of habit. No, he's not. He's a fucking loose cannon, bro.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Play the music.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Yes,
What do you
yowie.
want our story to be?
Yowie.
Go wild. Use your imagination.
Yowie.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
With tongue. Put the music on.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The narrator's been playing me the whole time. He knows. He knows. He knows. Oh my god. He knows. In the beginning of the game, the narrator was the line. Oh. Oh no. I've been had. I've been fucking had. It's not even Yowie Jockey. What does it even mean, Yowie Jockey? Guys, the narrator is the line. Oh, my internet's dropping out. Later, guys. See ya. See you in 3 years. Is it back? Can I drink water? Oh, it's already back? Oh, it was gone for a second. So the narrator is not... The narrator's not the line, but the narrator is acting like I was in the beginning of the game. Being like, ignore the line the same way I was trying to ignore the narrator. They've been onto me since the start. I've been played like a fucking fiddle. Where's the line? Oh. Whoa. Terrible jockey.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
I get
From
to make
here,
a decision.
The story is in our control.
My control.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Why?
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Really?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh.
The confusion ending.
Oh.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Now you get it.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game.
No,
I won't
no,
do it.
No,
I
you're
won't
doing the
do
thing.
it.
You're doing the thing that Whiskey was doing an hour ago. We're all doomed to give in. Wait, continue.
I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
First time?
The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
First time?
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
He gets it. He's me.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything is a story.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
I think the playtime matches for that ending, yeah. What do you mean, meh?
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
What?
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Something's fucky. It scared the shit out of me. Are you delayed? It was like 2 minutes ago. Did we win yet? What do you mean, define winning? Let's go. Let's play ball. Define winning. What is it you seek at the end of the path?
New content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait a second. I did get a windscreen. Multiple times. I'm different. Not that I care about it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
No.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Fine.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, panda.
Wait a damn minute.
What am I doing, bro? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Wow. What am I doing? What's wrong with me? What am I doing? Who am I?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Yes!
Mind Control Facility.
Did he though? Did he though?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Oh no, I'm mind controlled now.
Or am I?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome.
Thank you.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it.
Sounds like us.
And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Not really.
Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
Thanks.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Really?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special
I hope
you
it's the new
are.
Cardi.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk.
So rewarding, bro.
Be careful, you should have been
I
careful.
did it on purpose. What do you mean?
Used to be a bug, but now it's an
It's a real ending.
Now it's an
It does sound like
ending.
keep driving.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
I think I did it. Good job. Something's fucky. Something's fucky. Something's fucky. Where's my wife?
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
I'm positive.
How is that possible?
I'm
They never
absolutely,
stopped.
bro.
Surely I was mistaken.
Absolute.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Good boy ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Good boy
Feeling a
ending.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, this is blasphemous, to say the least.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He sure did. Oh, you know the drill by now. You know.
Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. Narrator jockey. Stanley Good Boy DLC. Obedient jockey.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
You
Facility.
bet your ass I did. Gonna get a raise after all this. Hit the button, bro.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Uh-oh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Of course I did. I don't know if I got the achievement for the broom thing. Mind control to Major Tom. Numbers. What do the numbers mean?
Now the monitors jumped to life. their true nature revealed.
Bro, 104 got
Each bore
fired.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
Just like how I'm
eternally
one of them.
monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Me! It's me! I'm reduced to a screen. I'm reduced. Reused. Recycle.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Was it?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Yeah, puppet
That
jockey.
His emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Wait.
It was unthinkable.
Someone controlling me?
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, did this game inspire Severance? I think someone said that earlier.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Really?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Really? Inside Out? This game inspired Inside Out? This game inspired every piece of media ever? 5. What do you mean 5? Is this game even beatable? What does beatable mean? What is a game? Why am I asking these questions? Is someone controlling me?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Really? But of course. Oh no. I was gonna sneeze.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Not me though.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Wait, sorry, what do you mean you look like you belong in Williamsburg? Also, did you pronounce it Williamsburg when you typed it? My chat is bugged. It's 7TV, Ange. Disable 7TV and then reload. Sorry, YouTube, the dogs got out. Williamsburg.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
They never existed.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Wow.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Wow.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Test. It's a test. It's a test. Come on. Stanley knows his place in this world. And it's on the basement hook in Dead by Daylight. I should have mined the gap, shouldn't I? Careful now. Careful.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Imagine if the narrator was like, no, 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 and then restarted again. Oh. Oh boy. DBD stream announcement? No, I was referencing a clip from
All of his co-workers were gone.
last year.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Really?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
There's no ending. There's no ending. There's no ending. Whoa. Whoa.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
What?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Okay.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
They ejected him.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Oh, you're back.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I want to go back to breaking the game. He gave him the substance.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Do it. Do it. Not as good as Narrator 2. I like Narrator 1.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Agreed.
It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
What do you guys think it's going to be? It could be anything. What? Oh, shit.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
You make a jump! It's tiring, isn't it? It's a trick. Oh, you can only jump when you're in the circle? Ow, it hurts. I can feel the bottom of my feet hurting. It's not even yaoi, bro. It's just jumpy. What do you think's gonna happen?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
Yeah, are they gonna justify
Stanley,
the price tag,
I
huh?
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Why is the narrator...
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
He's not as omnipotent as once thought. He's confused. Angry.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get
Nine
me
years
started
later.
on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
It's okay.
It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I don't care.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
I love gimmicks.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
He's going back to the Yowie. He's going back to the Yowie. Bro, Yowie overtones, man. I miss this place. Sigh. The Yowie Parable.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I fell for that once.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Fine.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Oh, really? Fine. Fuck. He wins, bro. He wins. Yowie, Yowie, okay? Fucking Yowie. Damn it. Oh, shit. Nothing? That's it? Oh, we died. Oh, we're back.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
I do.
Well, it got me
I do
thinking about
remember.
the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
I mean...
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Godskin Apostle boss fight?
I call it the memory zone.
You shouldn't have.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can
Whoa.
relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Yes.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, good
You
times.
see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Oh, good
Remember back in
times, man.
October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Yeah.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Our first kiss. Our first kiss. Look at this, man. They got the Russian Steam page? I remember when games had Steam Play on them. 2013? That was like 4 years ago. It was 12, actually. Was 12, actually. Smile because it happened? Go outside, don't play for 5 years? What? What? I've heard that the achievements for this game are kind of crazy. That means I have to not play this for 5 years? What the hell? It's good though. Good times. British awards. October 17th, 2013. You know what I was doing October 17th, 2013? You want to know what I was doing? I could tell you what I was doing. I was probably playing Broodmother in Dota 2, making a bunch of mindless webs in the middle of the jungle, buying like a Daedalus and a Mjolnir, going like 2 and 6. Oh, little Stanley. Oh. That's unfortunate. You can't even sit on the bench? What the hell?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
Yes, it's Mr.
And now
Destructoid in the game.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wii U, PS3, Xbox One. Guys, Mr. Destructoid, guys, Mr. Destructoid. They don't get it. Oh, it's a new house. Person of the year is Stanley himself? Brother. What fuck-ass software is this? Sorry, language. What's that one software that everyone uses that sucks? Autodesk. Oh, wow. Chills just went down my spine. Autodesk. Ugh. You guys remember that shit? What's all this then, mate? How many endings does this game have? Is there even an ending?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
What'd they say?
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable,
50?
surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
What?
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
What do you mean was
It
perfect?
didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
It's a profound social commentary on the regurgitated revival of past loved, beloved franchises, squeezing the teat until the milk comes out rotten and crusty, until every single ounce, every cell, every modicum of life has been turned into profit. Oh, the door opened. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Open. Give me. Move. Scooch. Move. Scooch. I can't enjoy the new content? Last of Us Remastered. For the 5th time. There's a lot of remasters, isn't there? Excuse me. Top 10 memories. Lactation channel? Sure, we can open that. Switch 2 is supposed to be pretty strong. Guys, if you get a Switch 2, please send it to me. Working on Autodesk gave me psychic damage. Don't worry about her, guys. Forward?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Yeah. You know what? This probably hits mad hard if you played it in 2013 and then played it 9 years later after like you've been through a divorce. You've been through a couple of divorces. You know what I mean? Because then you have that, you know, to compare to. Me? I'm just Stanley, you know what I mean? I never played this in my life. Goodbye.
Wait, hang on.
Nope.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Free.
What's this? What's down here?
Freedom!
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh.
I haven't looked at these in years.
Yuck.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Mostly.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Yeah.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
Give me one.
But the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Imagine being the negative review that got chosen to be in the DLC. It's kind of cool.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
A little bit.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Probably.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Yes, it is. You're not defined by your negative reviews.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
That's not the point.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yes, yes.
And here it is.
Yes.
Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue for... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit,
Classic.
didn't you? But that's the power
Duck
of
smoke.
the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Really?
That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
45 minutes? Really?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. What? You've just been frozen.
No, I haven't, dude.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting
Fine, we'll
longer.
hear 'em out.
My God, there's no way out of the room.
We'll hear him out.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
What?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
Uh-oh.
There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know
won't
how to
press it.
stop you from pressing the button again.
I won't do it.
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and
What if I
thinking.
never
and
pressed
I
it?
don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
You never met Cookie Nine?
What would it ever really matter?
Esteemed
But here
game
I am.
reviewer?
I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me.
Real.
The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
Just like me.
Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break
okay, that's a bit
anything
much.
unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
No.
It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer.
How long?
To
Should we
leave
wait?
me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt
I
it.
won't.
Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here.
He's guilting
and
me.
Surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety.
Appealing
that
to
you
guilt?
sit with me and just stay here.
Appealing to emotion?
No, I know you too well. You'll be leaving me again. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no
It's a trick.
idea
It's a
who
trick.
they are.
You never. He was mid-sentence.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone
No, I
ever says
never
about
heard
me.
anything back.
The
I only did a
merest
couple
mention of
auditions.
One of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
Now let's see if
Wild
he
and
goes back.
impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single
Guys,
negative comment.
if you please
What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
hold.
And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you.
Go.
Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button
I've heard this
again,
spiel before.
leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me again. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the...
We have to leave the game going overnight. I'm sorry. We have to. We could just skip it.
problem? Why... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
How long has it been?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh my, it's been years.
Stanley,
It's been a week.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. Oh, hello. It's you.
Oh my God.
You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Yes. I've heard of 2020. Your hair looks so nice today. Can you show your head more? What the hell? Absolutely. Yes, of course.
Let me describe it for you. To begin
Skip. I'm dead. Guys, this is a profound metaphor for how NPCs are real and we treat them like shit. skip. Fuck that.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world.
Am I evil? I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. Oh, nice. Skip.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
What did he? Why would he say all that? That's crazy. He's lost his freaking mind, bro. Oh, it's dead now. The button doesn't even work. Whoa! It's World War Z or something, right? There's a hair on my mic. It's gonna skip to like a shore, like an eroded shore. It's gonna skip into like an eroded shore. Oh, it's like that one scene in Conclave, featuring John Lithgow and Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci. Oh! It's the fern. It's the fern. The fern. The fern. Oh. Oh, shit. No, go back. Skip. Next. What have I done? What have I done? It's all better now, probably. Oh, he's... Freedom! Wait a second. Just like that, the sands of time. The sands of time. Free at last. I'm gonna die out here. Without water? I'm gonna die. Dune Part 3. It is Muad'Dib Monday. Go that way? I am. Stanley Al-Ghalid. Pretty good. Oh! Bro, we're so back.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Was he, though?
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Stanley's different.
I
He's
got
different.
What I wanted.
He's different. I don't know him. New content. New. Really?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New. Speak on that. Guys, one in the chat if you think Whiskey should show his head more.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Agreed.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
What? No fooling? Really, no fooling.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
Holy
Why, there are so many
shit.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Have they, though? I'm just waiting for the third game, to be honest.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Honestly, yeah.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I like it. I like it. Synergy. Jarvis, remind me to show my head more.
Now, to be clear,
Thank you, Jarvis.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Oh.
But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
Just put it in
for
early
it.
access.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Surely.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch! Slop. Slop. Hear your name in the game? Slop.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
Battle Pass.
what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Jim.
So with that, sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game,
You know what's crazy? Much like I'll never experience pregnancy, I'm never going to experience playing the Stanley Parable as someone named Jim. It must be such a beautiful moment. Here, if your name is Jim, you know what I mean?
this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Are you guys Jim? Seizing the means of production as Jim. Yes, yes. Jim who? Jim. I haven't got that far. Watch.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second
good shit,
time.
man.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Well,
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
really?
I'm putting the Jim button away.
No, no.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose
Jim,
all sense
Jim,
of who you
Jim,
actually
Jim,
are.
Jim.
No!
Jim.
I'm nothing without the... Nothing without it. How it feels when a streamer reads your chat. Good thing I read all of your chats all the time. Giving you the full-fledged Jiminy Cricket experience. How it feels when someone gets the references I make. Creep. Creep. Weird word, creep. 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 I want to be Jim. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. What the hell, man? Creep. Great song. Yeah. Mods, take her away. We got a millennial on campus. Oh shit.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
You
too.
could do that.
That would actually save me the work of finishing this. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
I see what he did there. See? He didn't finish the sentence. Because it's a metaphor for him not finishing the feature. A metaphor for the early access slop that we get served on a yearly, monthly, fucking bi-weekly basis.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Infinite hole? Reassurance bucket? Merch? Gym button? Well, gonna go to the Settings World Championship. Close? What do you mean, uh-oh? What's on whiskey.co? Oh, you're referring to the thing.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Well, one of these is more relatable. And it's definitely Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece. Because everyone is someone's stepniece, and everyone is 12 at some point. Yet to be 12, or is currently 12, or has been 12.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
So true, actually. So real. It's like when you flip a coin to make a decision, but while the coin's in the air, you find yourself wishing that it will land on heads or tails, depending on the outcomes that you assigned. And then you're like, wait, why the fuck am I flipping a coin if I already know deep down and
maybe I should have
in my heart of hearts?
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The baby's all grown up? What happened? Alright, let's take a screenshot. Oh, there's a guy, there's a dude, there's a man. You're getting a call? It's not a call, I'm getting there's a Mario Kart. Man, fuck Stanley. Re-achievement. Get yours. Pull the lever. Receive your achievement. No more steps. It just works. Where?
Now, here's something special.
I need it.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yes.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Give it.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
when an achievement loses its journey to achievement, at what point does it retain its status as an achievement? Unless the achievement chicken jockey? It made that sound your speakers used to make? Oh yeah, the but. I feel you. You're so true. Let's give them a medal. Let's give them a chicken bake from Costco, please. It won't end.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole. Right? No, it's no screenshots. Infinite hole is this way. Achievement jockey. Guys, chicken jockey's not funny, okay? For Christ's sake, grow up. You know what I mean? It's just chicken jockey. Like, what are you doing? Me when I lie, that shit's fucking hilarious. Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
Hit me.
It's never been done before in a video game.
Hit me.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Really?
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I could just fall forever.
Now, I don't mean
I
to
could
be
fall
a
forever.
bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole?
You.
To be certain it is.
You.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature.
Right.
It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the
Damn
hole.
it.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got...
What would you guys do in this situation?
a little heated there. I think we both said some...
What do you do if you're just in a hole? What do? You just die, I guess? That would suck. Would you rather get thrown in a hole for an indeterminate amount of time, or get thrown into a hole with much more force and die on impact? Become a vengeful spirit. Depends on the hole. The hole, it's an insignificant hole. The nature of the hole has no effect on the experiment, if you will. Die on impact. Throw a tomato. Well, you could get rescued. Like, what if you're just in the hole for 5 minutes? Are you taking your chance on the hole? Do I have to go into the hole? You have to go into the hole. Are you down impact either way? In this particular circumstance, no. Don't care. Give me death. So what if I told you that I would throw you in the hole and then you'd be like rescued no more than 2 minutes later with like a Caniac combo in your hands? You're still giving, you would still prefer death on impact. Is that what you prefer death on impact? Extra toast? That's, you do not have access to that information, whether or not the Caniac combo has extra toast or just slaw. Death. That's valid.
Things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Oh. Bites! This is for you! Oh, man. I smelled you coming from a mile away. How was your... What's it called? Did you sneeze on my salad? It depends. Are you eating a salad? You. Golden resub. You're 30? Gaggle? You stole the new Gaggle content? Did he really steal the new Gaggle content? Oh my god. I was going to do it tonight. Can't stand him. Man, you've played the Stanley Parable, right? I'm not 30 years. Do I look 30 years old?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Hector Zeroni.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It was a short
I couldn't
hole.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
Really?
I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I don't know if I've had enough. Honestly. What is this? It's the Stanley Parable. Never played it before. Hi, Ultraviolet. Show a hole? Okay. Whatever you say. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
The hole's so small now.
Okay.
What?
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Agreed.
Even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
You're not going to trick me into going into the hole again?
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite...
That's hardly a hole at all.
But it's barely even a hole at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
It's a rounding error. It's a mistake.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
How big is the hole?
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago.
My hole.
Try it again.
My hole. My hole.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Goodbye, hole. Wait, he wasn't kidding? But. No. No, this can't be. We're back. Absolute cinema. This is pod racing. Press F to change your perspective. Well, that is when miracles happen. Change your perception. Change your reality? I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. That's how the towel on the bed starts speaking to me after 2 weeks. Yeah.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine.
It's giving Fergie doing the national anthem at the NBA Finals.
You're no longer using up this space of mine.
I don't like it. What the fuck? Where's the good music? I like this one. It's the Vine Boom sound effect.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Hobbiton.
My head's stronger.
Yes! Yeah!
No longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Oh shit! He on X Games mode.
Stronger.
Stanley? Stanley?
Yeah.
Stanley!
Yes. Oh Jesus.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
What the hell?
Drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
What happened?
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating.
I love the hole.
That I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
Really?
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Can I go back in the hole now? It's giving those TikToks simulating schizophrenia. I watch those sometimes where it's like, this is what schizophrenia feels like, and I sometimes I'll like blast them on the speaker and I'll like watch them for like 20 minutes and see if like I can alter my brain chemistry. I want to go back to the hole.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket? You're psycho, Loki? Am I?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever...
The infamous hair stream. Infamous hair stream 2025. No, he's just anxious. Yeah, pretty much that.
solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
my
while the bucket
favorite.
is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution
Can you take a
me
compliment?
than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Did you guys see the guy who peed inside of the KBBQ grill? And then they didn't realize that someone peed in it until like 4 days later? No? Oh, well, you should. It's pretty cool.
Come on, give it a try.
What reminded you of that? The bucket reminded me of that. I saw one with worms in it. No. This guy put his worm in it. What the hell?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Yowie, 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 yowie. Yowie, yowie. What do I do with this bucket now?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
There's better buckets though,
That
right?
really should be an award if it isn't already.
Yeah, yeah. Infinite hole? I've already seen all of them. Can't believe the hole was a fucking lie, dude. Settings world champion? I've done all of them, I think. Maybe. OT3 Stanley X narrator. You speak a different language. Yahweh's like a melody in...
Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles.
Where is it?
And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
What hair? My hair? That I definitely cut today? Keep singing. Okay, Ursula. Am I right?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What?
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Ooh. Why'd you die? Why did you die? Oh, you vanished. Okay, I thought you died. 1 out of 6? What the f...
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward
fuck
for it.
collecting.
Absolutely tragic.
I'm not... No, I'm not playing your games. I'm not gonna be part of your system. I'm going home. Thinking before I speak? No, what are you talking about? You said a sentence and I equated it to a The Little Mermaid reference, and everyone was better for it. You think a wall is gonna show up in front of me? No wall? No wall, no yowie? Excuse me. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Dog shit.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Shit is ass.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
This one has 2 holes. This one has 2 holes.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
This one has 2 holes.
This
one has
isn't
2
a
holes.
coherent video game
has
at
2
all.
holes.
It's a lot of gags.
This one has 2
and
holes.
I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Oh.
I wanted more than anything to create
It's
a
gone.
sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
What's Peggle
Could it
2?
possibly work? I suppose it could. but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa! I want to play it now. Look at this. Did someone say pegging? No, you're hearing things. You haven't made sense for 3 months. Are you feeling okay? It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out. Settings, bro. Settings, bro. Bro, settings. Number 2.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Billy.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
Don't care. Didn't ask. We're so back, guys. We're so back.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're so back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Here's my bucket!
Perhaps Stanley picked up the bucket.
You think there's still a new content door?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't, dude.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Yes.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Oh, it's collectible.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about
is
this
kind of a
obvious
hole.
fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
Auditioning for the role
and
of
he
Bucket in Stanley
unthinkingly
Parable
did
2?
whatever the bucket asked.
Now.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yes.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Hello? I love the bucket.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
What do you mean sad?
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Yeah.
And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Well, I'm crazy. Did I get a bucket? Are you feeling nausea? Nausea. 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 I have allergies, I think. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press Z to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket
does.
say to him is just in his head.
Press N to take me back home with you. This is a jump scare of a game. Why is this a jump scare? What part of this in any way shape? Boo!
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Yeah.
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to
He's all
him, but I
fucked up.
don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
We need an intervention. Press Y to go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
La
Listen
la
to
la
me.
la.
It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different
You
location.
don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
it. It doesn't do anything
You don't know what
else.
you're talking about. Don't listen to the loud man. Press I for us to go back home. Dude, We've become one. I'm split personality. I'm Golem and
You
Schmeagol.
see, He's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk
It's like
of
the plot
metal.
of Challengers. Press Q to ignore anyone in your life except for me, bro. Yes! Press Q to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Oh my god, the narrator's folding. Stockholm Syndrome.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier.
Sturdy?
More capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Sure. Press F to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
No, it's not.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press R to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No.
What?
No.
What?
What's going
Freak?
on?
What do you
Why
mean?
do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say.
Uh-oh.
Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket would tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Maybe you shouldn't have. Come here.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No!
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. No! Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Papa. No. There once was a man with a bucket who one night decided
All of
to
his
fuck him.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Really? Really? Yes, my beloved, my betrothed. My precious.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over
I
him.
know that's correct.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
He did do that. The real Yowie was the bucket. The real Yowie. Real Yowie. Yowie. Yowie
Still no one
revived.
was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
And then what? I know how this one goes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this
What's the code again?
revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Guys, I forgot.
Even now, in his darkest of hours,
I forgot.
the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierced the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them, but
So
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes, I did.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yowie. I shit you not, I thought that was Banthony. How do I collect it?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
Sure you can.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yowie, yowie, yowie. What do we want? Yowie! When do we want it? Around the clock, 24/7 with no breaks. What happened? Oh, I'm back.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would
Really?
be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
Gooning him.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Dude, you guys think the bucket is Jesus? The bucket is Jesus. Sure. The bucket is Jesus.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No, we didn't. How so?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the
Question.
truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
What?
That's fine. If me and the bucket go die together, we're gonna be together forever.
Whiskabot, I
The door
hate
behind
you.
them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Well, a painful death for me. The bucket doesn't feel. That's not true. The bucket lit a bunch of candles for me and wanted back shots. I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Goodbye. What if the bucket starts screaming?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
I guess we'll find out.
This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh, I thought they were gonna. Oh no, I thought. Guys, stop buttering up Whiskabot just because you want him to rig the giveaways that we're doing next month.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
That
it
is
was
true.
a glorious bucket to behold.
Much like the bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within. Cavernous void. Wow, Gameathon next month?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean oiled up Gameathon? Oh, I forgot that's what you're calling it. The controller's slipping out of my hands because I'm covered in baby oil. Me beating the Cuphead speedrun with a time of 17 hours instead of 2 because the controller keeps flying out of my hands like a Looney Tunes bit. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet, in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Oh, really?
Holy shit, bucket lore, dude.
Bucket had already been around for several millennia. Did oil join the event? I don't know. It's in some chatter's headcanon.
And certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
This piece symbolizes the necessary yaoi between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Oh, it's like a commentary about parasocial relationships. Oh, it's the whole? What have I done?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Yaoi?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
We quit. I think we quit. We saved the bucket.
What do you mean, ugh?
Fine.
No more yaoi. No more yaoi.
There's a hair on my face. Can you see it? Can you get it? I lost it. Wait.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're dead.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Dude, there's for sure rule 34 for this bucket. We should look it up.
The bucket turned out to be correct. Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting.
It probably is for sure. Like yaoi. There's definitely some sort of yaoi.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Don't go to the
somewhere
meeting
else.
room.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
What if I did this instead?
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanley
Mini stands?
Yes,
Mini kits from Lego Star Wars?
Like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stan Lorraine?
I have the bucket and I died.
Oh, we did that already. What? We're so back. Stanley's like a parable in my head that I can't keep from coming. What's all this then? Oi, bruv. You taking the piss? What's all this?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Yaoi.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so...
Say it.
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
What?
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
That's true.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
No more yaoi. No more yaoi.
We beat the game.
Dude, I'm in the sequel.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
What do you mean?
What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Wait.
chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yes.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the
Yes.
place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Wait, that voiceover confirms the yaoi is real. Booyah.
lift. Yes, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah, the most yaoiest ending you can get. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Stanley and Bucket.
They meant everything to me. Yeah. I'm pausing.
Give it up for the Stanley Parable 2, out now.
Not actually. Well, it's out for me because I unlocked it, but not for you. We still have 17 more endings to do.